Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Naiah, and in today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about transgender dating. Whether you're interested in dating us, whether you are transgender, or maybe you're just a little bit curious. One of the most critical things that I learned in dating as a transgender woman has been to know what I want. This should be probably one of the things that everybody should know while you get out there and start dating. And for me, I've dated many different types of men. For me, I've dated the rich guy, the poor guy, the tall guy, the good-looking guy, the ugly guy, the fat guy, the skinny guy. I mean, the guy who thought he wasn't interested in me and then he turned around and wanted to date me, and I've dated all the way around. And now I'm engaged. So listen up if you want to learn some quick tips. One of the most important things that I've learned throughout my dating history has been to know what I want. Intention. Intention is everything. Before you even leave the house, know what it is that you're looking for. Know exactly why you're getting out there. Do you want a relationship? Do you want some sexual time with someone? Or maybe you want someone to take you out shopping, or maybe you just need some company, some Netflix and chillin'. But whatever it is that you're looking for, know what it is that you're looking for. The best way to know that is to sit at home by yourself, put on some makeup, look pretty, and say, you know what? If I had someone right here, right now, this perfect guy, who would he be? Maybe take out a piece of paper and start jotting down every single thing that you want in a man. So for me, I'm 5'8", right? So as a 5'8" tall woman, I'm a little above height, I'm not the regular 5'2" girl. So I used to be very, very self-conscious about that. So I always dated men who were 6 feet tall or taller. It kind of made my pool of dating men very, very, very small. And if you go out there and you do some research and you say, well, how many guys are out there 6 feet tall that are making this much income who are also good looking? Oh yeah, let's not forget that are also within this dating range that are interested in dating transgender women. Eesh. Window is very, very, very small. So for me, the first thing that I did was to eradicate everything that I thought that I wanted. I thought that I wanted a guy who was rich. I thought that I wanted a guy who was tall, a guy who was good looking, a guy who had an amazing, incredible body. And you know what I did? I sat down and I was asking myself, I'm almost 34 years old. What is it that I'm doing wrong? And I'm like, maybe I'm asking for too much. We all have this long, long list of things that we want. And once you make this list, you think, wow, I'm asking for too much. I am not even all of that, right? I listed everything that I wanted and I picked the top 3 qualities in a man that I absolutely needed. And once I did that, I went right out there and started dating. So intention. You already know what you want. So before the end of the date, you're already gonna lead the conversation to what it is that you want. When I went on a date with my fiance now, I already knew what I wanted. I wanted a man who was doing well in his life, who was a stable man who knew what he wanted, a man who was stable with his sexuality, a man that would not judge me for being me. So before I left the door and I met up with him, I remember thinking, I already know what questions I'm gonna ask him to determine what it is that I want. Some of those questions for me were, what do you do? What do you want? What are you doing to get there? I told him all of these things. So intention, have intention and you'll be set. Lesson number 2 that I learned about dating. So when I would get out there in the world, most people didn't know that I was transgender. So when I went on a lot of these dates, the first thing that came out of my mouth was not, hi, I'm transgender. It was, hi, my name is Naiah. Eventually I found myself going on date after date after date, maybe with the same guy or a different guy. And it always happened to go the same. I ended up falling for these guys, and then I didn't even know how to tell them that I was transgender. So here is a very, very, very important thing that I cannot stress enough about everybody. Know the difference between being honest and being open. A lot of people might sit here and tell you, oh yeah, you just have to go up to somebody and tell them you're transgender. Go out on the date and the first thing that needs to come out of your mouth is, oh, hi, I'm transgender. Or even before you go on the date, the first thing that you should tell them is, hey, I'm trans. I feel like not everybody deserves to know your story. Some people do not want to be out. I don't know about you, but I don't want everyone to know everything about my business either. I don't mind people knowing that I'm transgender, but at the same time, I definitely don't want a lot of people to know a lot of intimate details about my life. Before you get out there and you start dating, really consider within yourself whether you want to tell someone in the beginning or you want to tell them right after you've gotten to know them, but it's a double-edged sword. For example, in my relationship and the way that I dated my boyfriend, which is now my fiance, was that I hinted at things in the beginning of our dates. I hinted, I can't have children. Would you be able to adopt? Do you want to have children? How is it that you want to deal with this and that? And I didn't quite tell him that I was transgender, but I also didn't really hide it. I was just not ready to talk about it. I did pick a date on when to tell him, and that was when it was ready for me. So make sure that before you get out there and start dating, that you know when it is that you're gonna tell this person. Know that you will have to tell them. So before you get out there, you gotta accept that reality. Another thing that has been super critical for me to get out there and start dating is to accept myself, to love myself. I was the last person to accept me. And I think that it was until that moment that I found the relationship that I have today. Because it's been so deeply ingrained in me that there's been something wrong with me. So just find yourself. Make that a priority before you get out there and date. So when I found the person that I'm dating today, and he accepted and loved me and cared for me so deeply, I didn't even know what to do with myself because I had finally found what I was looking for. And again, it wasn't that tall guy. It wasn't the tall guy that was muscular, that was rich, that was like all these things that I thought that I wanted. Get rid of that list and pick qualities about a person that are important. And that's the best way that you can get out there and start dating as a transgender woman, is be secure about who you are, be secure about what you want, have the best intentions, be always honest, but never always open, because not everybody deserves to know your story. And just get out there with that confidence and love yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've liked all the content and you've learned something today, please give me a thumbs up. If there's something that you've been shocked about or something that you didn't know that you learned today, let me know in the comments. Something that you want to learn, something that you have learned that maybe I didn't talk about that you would like for me to talk about. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys again next time.